Well, all right. Welcome to part 2 of the Bayou Gold Guy mail call. Once again, Bayou Gold Guy here, and we had to split this one up into 2 parts because first one was Carolina Gold Girl, a viewer that had sent me in some stuff. The second one here is from a viewer that everyone would like to have view on their channel, and if you've got a gold channel, chances are that he has been on your channel before. He's one of the most influential people probably on YouTube as far as gold, some of the paydirts that we've gotten from companies like Gold Bay and Gold Nugget Sales and Vendetta. He's a great guy. He's been a supporter of my channel since the very start, one of my first subscribers. And like I said, he's well known and respected throughout the gold YouTube community for sure and beyond. So I am really honored and pleased to show the next paydirt that I arrived in, mail call that arrived. I didn't really know it was paydirt, but it's from, let's get it set up here. A little drum roll, please. Jamminjeff. So yes, Jamminjeff sent me a, actually I'd sent him a little something at Christmas, some cookies and goodies, and a little, I think some, the Gator vial, just to kind of say thank you for all he's done helping to spread my channel and the support and, that he's given me, and someone I go to for a lot of advice since I started this. Very knowledgeable on gold, has a most beautiful collection you'd ever want to see. So this box came in, and it's heavy. It was loaded down. So I've kind of repacked some because some little bags had gotten torn. For instance, this bag came in, and you can see it. Actually, it says the vial said Gold Rush. It was the Gold Rush vial from their thing, but it had a bunch of really nice, cool, very cool stones in it. Everything from polished agates to quartz, a little bit of amethyst there, turquoise, the garnets, opal, and some diamond chips. So I had to kind of go through it and call out the glass. I didn't know at the time that there were diamond chips in it. I talked to him since, and he told me that there was, like I said, there were also diamond chips that might have gotten confused with it as well, trying to separate it out from the glass. And I do have some sparkly, a few little sparkly pieces in there. I don't know if they were the chips per se or not, but I tried to go through and make sure I didn't throw anything away I didn't recognize. A nice, neat piece of quartz there with, I think that's like an agate-looking stone on the edge of it. But like I said, just really neat, polished stuff. The opals, polished opal pieces, and I said the garnets, the turquoise, just really, really neat stuff to have. So that was a really good start. So let me put that to the side right there and hold on for a moment. We'll try and move it out here in the sun to see if it got a little better. I can't, like I said, when I move it out here, I just can't see in my lens. But like I said, just wasn't doing it justice there in the shadow of the gold station. But I can't tell if it's really showing up that much better here or not through the lens until I re-watch it. But yeah, some pieces of polished agate and things like that are in here as well. So really neat little combination. So all right, let's get back. All right, so then the next thing I had, as I got into it more, were these sample bags of this, which are the Galena Crystals. This is the Galena Crystals, and these are the ones with actually the host material as well. So If you don't know, Galena is lead. So yes, we've got some nice toxic lead, but beautiful. I mean, you can just see how that looks. That is incredible stuff. The density of it, even the smaller pieces there, and then our piece here that is a piece of the Galena has the host rock still on it. So you can see there it's got some embedded in it there, but just look at that. Incredible stuff. That's I've never had anything like that before. And then here's some smaller pieces that have the little cubics in there with the material, and some smaller little pieces there. Kryptonite. He said, Jeff said he calls it kryptonite, and you can see why. It definitely has that Superman kryptonite look to it for sure when you move it around. So very, very cool stuff. I know he had told me that his grandmother used to take him out as a kid. She was a geologist, and he still has her garage. She still has the shelves loaded with specimens of materials and things that collected over the years. So I've talked to him before, if he ever decides, he doesn't have time to right now, but if he could ever start him a YouTube channel, he would never even have to go out of his garage for to have a show that he could do shows for probably years just on the gold that he's already gotten, because he's got some beautiful specimens of gold and the other geological materials that he has. And then so no, the show was not over yet. Then we still had another bag of some really cool. Like I said, this is why I needed to split these up, because this is just getting through this one. This is a sliced piece of you can see the turquoise in the host rock there, marbled. You can see where some of it's actually coming through on that side, but just a very again, a very cool specimen, rock specimen. Beautiful colors. So that is super neat. And then he said, as an afterthought, he had thrown in this, which is a very cool geode. You see the crystalline quartz center to it there, and a very neat cut on it too. Just a very cool rock as it is. So that's very cool. I just love this stuff. And then on top of that, he sent me a bunch of these polished agates. And these are very neat. Beautiful stones, colors. I don't have anything like these. So excellent. Look at that one. The patterns and the colors on them are just, like I said, I'm not used to look at them, so y'all may think, oh, that's just par for the course of those things. But whenever you haven't seen them before or had them, they really grab you. So a huge assortment of rock samples and little trinkets there, and our lead and our kryptonite there. Let's get our crumbs back together here and keep that all contained. So then, of course, he sent me a nice little letter saying thank you for the Christmas goodies, and he closed me some Paydirt and stuff, some polished rocks that you won't find just anywhere. The rocks in the vial are a mix of agate, garnet, and opals. One of the larger is turquoise with quartz in host. Two of the large are Galena Crystals and Galena Crystals in host. And one small geode. I also enclosed some other miscellaneous things. And then they say thank you. And, you know, the cookies and fudge were delicious. To a great 2022 happy panning. So, very, very nice to do that. So I got to the bottom of the box, and I saw this come out. So I thought, all right, well, you know, I figured he's goes through so many types of gold, so many different pay dirts. That maybe this is you know, the classic gold rush bag with the. I know people really like these little burlap bags that they came in, and it seemed like it was still attached, so I didn't open it. I was going to wait and not open it for the until the mail, because I felt like if I had a staple or something, they were kind of holding stuff together. But I spoke to him, and it turns out this is not Gold Rush Paydirt. This is Jamminjeff Paydirt. And so he's put it in a nice bag for me there. A good amount of dirt in that Paydirt bag. And you got to remember, Jamminjeff is the black sand master. So this may be one of those challenging bags that he's made up for me, because I had to strategize back and forth with him whenever I was doing some of those fine gold bags. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got here. Hold on. All right, well, let's just start out by checking on what old Jeff might have sent us here. And yeah, it's pretty much, you can almost hold the bag up there. It's you can see there's a pretty good cluster of black sand attracted into this one. So yeah, he's made me up one of his kind of bags. And this for Jeff, if you can see any blonde sand at all, that's normally his bags are like that, all black sand. he's the one that has, he'll get a bag of the most hardest pay dirt you can buy and add his own black sand to it. So let's go ahead and dump it out and see what we look like here. Oh, look at there, man. He's got some other stuff in here. Threw in for us. That is cool. Look at that agate. I think that's agate. Some neat. That's a modeled piece there. We got all kinds of polished stuff in here, and then that black sand collecting right on top. So look at that. We got chips and pieces of really nice rocks in there. And there's sand. Oh, I think I just saw a. Holy cow! Look at that. That is a piece of some Jamminjeff gold right there, my friends. Look at the look of that stuff. Holy cow! That is beautiful. Very nice. Damn, Jeff. Thank you so much, my friend. That is beautiful. Well, that's so we know we've got the black sand, we've got a nice big chunk of piece of gold, we've got a bunch of cool rocks in here. So this is gonna be a fun one to get through. So just look at that. That's just what came off the top. So we're gonna put that to the side, get our water set back up here, and get into this. Oh, and I almost forgot, before we get farther on, I also had one more little bubble pack in this box. And he sent me a bunch of Gold Bay stickers. I've never, because I've only gotten one from the first time I ordered from them. And if you recognize that, the prized Miller Prospecting Gold Dime. So how cool is that? Thank you, Jeff. That is so excellent. I've seen him giving these away, but when you see one in person, they really are neat looking to see a gold dime like that. So that is excellent. And then a couple of other gold base stickers. Like I said, I don't have any of these, so that's cool. He sent me an Indiana Creek. So one from Brian that he had. So thank you for that. That's cool to add to the collection. A very cool Gold Bay cloth keychain. Embroidered. Very, very cool. And from one of his many bags of Vendetta prospecting he's got, I'm sure, a Vendetta sticker. So I've got one of these like this that from the bag I ordered from him. So that's cool to have a couple of more of those. So excellent. And just a really cool variety of stickers with the gold bays, the different ones, and then the very cool Miller dime to top it off. So again, just everything in this. Thank you so much, Jeff. That is just beyond cool. So all right, had to clean up the gold station here so our other stuff did not get wet while we were working through this. So I really don't want to classify this down too much, but I think we need to, because we may have some fine gold in here with that black sand. So we're gonna break it down to the kitchen strainer size, because I would not put it past him to have some of that fine Vendetta gold that I've watched. I've seen him. He sent me pictures of bags. He was doing 5 or 6 Vendetta bags of that, like when he had that Caliche gold. That was the bag that I had done from him. That really fine, beautiful gold, and he'd have his pan just full of that stuff. So I'm betting he might sneak in a little bit of that in with that black sand just to test me. So we will move that stuff out of the way again. Another more cool pieces of cool rocks there. So all right, well let's pull our water over here without dumping it in our pan. And holy cow, even from over here I can see another piece of gold showing up in there. And I think is that our same piece, or is that a different one? Is that a different piece? It looks, if it is, that's another big piece of gold. It has kind of that same look, but I think that's a different piece in our other one, or I'm just looking at it cleaner now. But look at the holes in that. That is just so unique. Like I said, you can look at gold from just turning it one way and it'll look like a whole different piece. But that is cool. The three holes in it, all the way through it, just sitting on top of the pan. So that's wow. All right. Well, we're going to just start with a little bit, because we know this is the fine sand. We're not putting much in there. Y'all know me, I usually start off with a little bit. It's half a damn pan full, so I'm actually starting with a little bit this time for real. And we'll see, just to see what we've got in this. Looks like we got some of this Des. I know he goes out and does his own prospecting in out there in the out west where he is in California. And so this may be some of his material that he goes out and gets himself as well. But you see that black sand congregating at the bottom there. But like I said, he's Jeff. He's giving advice for Paydirts to Dave at Gold Bay, and Mike at Gold Nugget Sales, he was instrumental in getting that, helping get that double black diamond bag out. He, I know he's dealt with, he's talked with Mike Vendetta, kind of gave him some ideas on putting some of his. Mike's even commented on his video, one of the last videos I saw him on, crediting Jeff for some of the stuff that he's put together since he started. He's just and he's also a hell of a watchdog on calling out these Paydirt companies. That was one thing he was instrumental in when I was starting doing this, was, you know, informing me about the ones to watch out for. And, you know, some of them I would do just to show for the channel. You know, like I said, we'll take the hit so the viewer doesn't have to. But he would tell me, yeah, no, that is not a reputable company, or he's got, you know, they've got 4 or 5 different companies working under the same, you know, under different names, but it's the same rip-off company. So he is real good at and calling them out on them. He just sent me a message. He had Lynch Mining sent him a request for like a review or a sum up their what he thought of them, and he did not mince words. He called them out on their fake sales, and you know, kind of call them out on being a reputable company if they actually want to compete with companies like, you know, Gold Nugget Sales and Miners Depot, Gold Bay, as a legitimate all-around company that, you know, rather than the way they come across now and what we've seen from those sale bags that we did. So, like I said, he is very well known on many levels in the gold community and beyond. And like I said, I'm just really honored that he took a liking to my channel and has actually become a real friend in real life, not just you know, a YouTube friend, as we say. And yeah, you can see there's some small gold in there. It's showing up there. So yeah, buddy, this is gonna be a little challenging bag for me here. And this is not one I will pull the black sand out of, because you know, when the master sends you a task, you gotta follow the groundwork laid out for it. And this is a black sand. This is a black sand bag. And then, like I said, it wasn't even holding the whole way of the bag. It could be a lot more with this one. Thank you, Jeff. But yeah, it will still continue to be a challenge to work it down. And I wouldn't be surprised. I know he did a number of those double black diamond Gold Nugget Sales bags with the tungsten in them. So I was looking at some of this kind of clustering here. It had almost that tungsten look a little bit as it was clinging to itself, and those other metallics there a little bit. So he might have thrown in a little tungsten there for me. But yeah, I think I recognize that as some of that Vendetta superfine gold in here. So, like I said, I'm just excited to be doing this and seeing if I can get it. So we're almost down to, and like I said, that wasn't very much to start off with there. So you can see that's a nice little amount of fine gold showing up in there. And yeah, with this heavy material, the black sand, you can't do the swirling motion. You got to pretty much do the easy rocking back and forth. Try to keep that water level and coming in from both sides equally, so it pulls it down the middle, rather than trying to wash it to the sides and carry your gold with it. And you can see you got to be real easy. And if you keep your pan tilted to one side where it does swirl, you can see how it's starting to pull it to the side. So, yeehaw. Yeah, that is some fine gold up there at the top. Jamminjeff. That's all right. Well, there's our first little cluster of fine gold out of here. Yeehaw. So I'm going to be going back in. I'll search to make sure I didn't lose a speck in this first pan and keep working through. And we will be back, my friends. Well, I'm sucking it up as I see it, but I was just going to show you the next little fine cluster I'm working on this pan. So it's just it's, like I said, you go through and recover it when it comes up, and tap it over and try to get it away from the main material there, and pick up what you can. So just it's a slow working it out process, but just to show. Okay, well, I just thought we'd show. I've gone through a couple of pans, and that's the black sand that's in this bag. So yeah, it's hard to get the magnet off of that. So, like I said, we're leaving it in. I just wanted to show what was in this stuff. Mix it back together and continue on. Well, I'm down to the bottom of another pan full, and like I said, you can see there's some fine gold in there, but what you're not seeing is the flour gold that's been showing up. I've been taking it out there in the sun and trying to get a better look at what we're dealing with at the bottom there. And yeah, I'm having to go through and catch it off the pan. So there is fine gold, and there is also super fine gold in this bag. So Jamminjeff has loaded us up here with a variety of challenging sizes in this material. So, all right, continuing on. All right, well, we are in, you may notice, a bit of a different day now. I had an interruption at the end yesterday, and it was getting dark and hard to see that fine gold showing up in here, so I went ahead and called it a day, and we're out here in a nice, warm, sunny morning here in South Louisiana, going back through our Jamminjeff Paydirt some more here, and where I can see. Unfortunately, I can't see the camera, the lens on the screen very well because of the sun glaring on it, but hopefully we'll get it'll look good on the camera for the material here in the sun. Usually we're doing this later in the day, and the light's coming from already gone past us here, and we're in the shade usually at the gold station. But like I said, I was detecting some what looked like some pretty fine flour gold in the last couple of pans, so it's better to do that in a good light anyway. So we'll start off again with finishing up the small stuff, and we'll be right back. If I can figure out how to pause the camera. All right, we're down to the end of this pan, and you can see there we've got us a nice cluster of gold in this one, and But it's taken me so long to do this that the sun, we're actually losing our the sun's the shadows of creeping across the gold station here. It's moved about from the other side of the pan to where it is here now, just getting through this pan. So we may have to relocate the gold station into the sun, because I definitely like, it helps to be able to have that sunlight on this stuff for sure. So, but yeah, nice little cluster there. All right, we have relocated the mobile gold station to a little farther out into the yard so we can get back in the sun and try to have a better view of what I'm doing out here with some of this fine gold that I'm finding in the bottoms of the pans. So we repositioned and we're going back through, so we'll be back. All right, I did a little more in this pan than I had done in the previous ones. I haven't been showing every pan just because it's this fine stuff. It's all pretty much, the same at the end. Nice little cluster, but I thought I'd show this one just because I did have more dirt in this one, and there will be more gold showing up on it. And but yeah, that's what I've been. He's that one little speck there trying to run. But yeah, that's the only way to clean this stuff, is to do that even, nice gentle rocking back and forth. Keep it tapped up and try to move out all that fine black sand. So yeah, I mean, each pan's taking me a good 25 minutes maybe. The shadows are moving within about 10 feet of us already out here. It's been creeping up on me since I moved out into the yard. So I have to say, man, it is, I feel bad for all you folks up there freezing it out, because it's about 75 degrees here. A nice light southerly breeze coming in. Very warm sun. Feels like like I said, feels like a spring day. Got the flowers blooming out here. Just had a big, very big monarch butterfly flutter past. He eyed the pansies for a moment, and then fluttered on over the house. So it's a very, very pleasant day out here to be retrieving some gold from Mr. Jamminjeff. Very challenging stuff. And like I said, I don't know if you can pick this up even out here in the sun, because I can't see my lens to zoom in to show you guys that there is some very, I can't. I'm just, it's all just dark to me. So, all right, well, I won't waste it trying to. But yeah, there is some very ultra fine gold in this stuff for sure. So very challenging, very fun, and a beautiful day to be doing it. Next time we have a day like this, might pack up the crab lines and a couple of net traps, and we'll go down and we'll get some gold down on the intercoastal while we do some crabbing. Throw some lines out and check them in between pans. It's nothing like some sweet blue crabs. So all right, we'll get this. We'll suck this up and then go back through our pan again to make sure that we get every little speck trying to run away from us there, because I do find one or two at the end of each pan that have moved down, but not much. Like I said, just a speck or two that you'll see that'll get caught in the swirl that'll show up, and then you just kind of tap it over and suck those out from there. But like I said, there's one right there popping up. So and we just do that a few times. So, all right, we'll be back. All right, we're at the bottom of our last of the fine stuff, and you can see right there, I mean, that's tiny gold there. That stuff is at least flower gold wizard. size. It's not quite down to the kinky scale, but it is definitely flower gold wizard or the double black diamond level. Like I said, I'm zoomed in now. I lost my thing, but yeah, I just wanted to show that was a good concentration in that final pan. So we will suck the rest of this up, and I'm going to change out. Yeah, that was very fine. I'm going to do the rest of our material in a new water so I can go back through my tailings here, because I expect there will be a little more of that super fine stuff and a flake or two that, even though I've been going back through the pans a couple of times, when I get through, and most of the time I look for that little point edge right there as you're swirling it around. You can see, I don't know if you can see in the lens there, but there's a real faint, a few specks that wash out of that flour stuff at the end. As you do that, it pulls it away and exposes it right at the tip of the dirt. And there's a bunch more little tiny micro flakes that hold the pan as that washes away from it. And I just go through like that until we've gone all the way around. Like I said, just doing very light. There's a couple more pieces there that are showing up. So that's one good thing I've said before. When your pan's well seasoned, it will, there's another 5 specks right there. It will give that fine gold a chance to grip if you roll very easy with your water. And there again, you can see there's about, you can't see it probably, but there's about 10 specks right there. So, but that's what I've been doing at the end of each of these, going through. So a great time getting through this fine stuff for sure. Like I said, there's another nice pile. There's more of it at this last pan because it settles into the bottom of the fine material there. So you invariably tend to have, when there's fine gold like that in the material, you'll have a bit more of it at the very end pan, very last of your stuff, where it's held there the longest. So, all right, well, like I said, that was a lot of fun to get through that part. Let's get this set up and we'll go through our plus kitchen strainer size real quick here. But I can tell you right now, we picked up a lot of fine gold out of that stuff. So very cool. So all right, we are down to our above kitchen strainer size stuff. Like I said, we already know we got a nice big honker in here somewhere. So that's about half, a little more than half probably of our size stuff in this pan. Interesting rocks. They're all pretty much the same size. That kind of desert rock looking stuff. Another cool piece of our polished. Looks very nice. Set that to the side. Piece there looks almost like a piece of petrified wood there. So yeah, this has been a really fun bag to do. Very challenging. That small gold in there made it really really tough with look at that beautiful. That almost has a green, I can't see anything in this damn lens. Has a green hue, iridescence to it, almost translucence. Very cool piece there. I don't know what that is, but it's a very neat polished stone. But yeah, we've got a bunch of some really beautiful fine gold there. Oh, I think I just saw that. I think we got our big one in this pan right here. I saw a glint of gold. Yeah, there he is standing out there. Looks pretty in the sunlight. Very nice. Another polished stone there. Very cool. Oh, all different sizes of that stuff's really excellent. Look how that thing glows in the sun. That is beautiful. Yeah, man, that. It looks like kind of looks like a crown. I can see to keep it in the thing, and then it's got the 3 holes that go all the way through it. I don't know, the sun really makes it stand out any more than being in the shade where it doesn't overload the camera with the brightness. But yeah, that's like I said, when you got those holes that go all the way through it. Very cool piece of gold. Thank you so much, Jeff, for that. We'll set that in our pan right there. Let's see if we got any other little chunkies in here. I think there was so much of that fine gold in there. I think we got the bulk of it out of there, but we're gonna make sure there's some sticking to the bottom of the bag, so we'll go ahead and get that rinsed out and washed out good, all clean. This is the last of our bag here. I'm definitely glad I didn't try to set up the light and do this in the dark last night, because I certainly would not have seen a lot of that fine gold that we got out of this today. And it's just been, like I said, it's just been a gorgeous day to be out here in the sun. It's very calm right now, a little breeze. Like I said, the southern wind's been kicking through here, breeze today. And, keeping it very pleasant. And the sun, when it's calm, the sun, you can feel it warming things up. But it's not like a summertime or a hot heat. You know, like I said, we're at about 76 degrees out here, so I just couldn't ask for better. Sorry about the construction noise in the back. Actually, it's taunting me. That's what I'm supposed to be doing today, but yeah, I blew it off. It's windows. It's some interior windows that need to be finished out. It's like, nah, I'll tell you what, I think they're all right for another day. I need to get this finished, and I just don't feel like doing it. So, that's one of the great joys of working for yourself. If you don't feel like it, you say, fuck it. Of course, I mean, like I said, if it's something with, you know, they got a hole in their floor on the side of their wall or something, then you can't, you don't do that. But yeah, if I got the luxury of saying that, then I have no qualms about doing it. Look at that, we got some nice flakes of gold showing up in the bottom of this one. So Jeff just set us up all the way around on this material. You would be getting gold in every classification if I'd have classified this stuff down more. But I think it was really fun to do it just the way we did it with this. Taking our time, leaving the magnetics in, and just having some fun with it. Our sun is moving around on us here. I'll be glad when it gets back into its summer position in the sky, so we I don't have to keep jumping around for angles on this stuff. Look at that. Man, that's beautiful. Nice, flaky, chunky pieces there. Every one of them you can pick up. So, holy cow. I don't don't know how good. Like I said, I can barely see it, so I'm showing it to you guys and see if hopefully you're getting a good shot of it here in the sun. But yeehaw, very cool. An excellent bag, excellent material. Very fun to do. Let's see if it'll suck up. Oh, got it all. All right. So like I said, I'm going to be drying out this stuff and going through it, pulling out all my magnetite, and dry it out. Speaking of drying out, we've had our Carolina Gold Girl stuff out here drying today. To see if I just looked at it in there, and all that sparkling. I don't know if we decided if it was mica or. Now, of course, it's not going to show up very well on my camera, is it? But yeah, you could in the water you could just see the sparkling. Why am I staying zoomed in on this? I can't zoom out. Man, it just really makes it hard to do this when you can't see what your lens is showing. But yeah, so not much material. You know, it was a small bag of sample, but I don't know if you can see that stuff sparkling in the sun there as it rinses through. It's just full. So we're gonna definitely keep that to throw into something at a later date maybe. But yeah, I was gonna let it dry out here, and that's why I usually leave the water in there like that, and then let it evaporate out so that it keeps the original silts and everything in the pay dirt. So you're not washing off your the stuff that makes. Whoa, look at that. Look at that fine gold in that pan. Holy cow. This is going to be another hour of suck it out and clean it up and redoing and repeat, rinse and repeat to get that clean. But yeah, man, that is a pretty pan of material right there. Got too much water in it, and you can already see gold washing down. But like I said, the sun's moving around on me here now, so I got to turn to a different angle to keep from being in the shadow. But yeah, look at that, man. That is beautiful. And like I said, there is some very fine gold in there in that pan. So, Jamminjeff, thank you so much, my friend. I'm going to get this dried up and cleaned out and get a weight on it so he can tell me if I got all of his material or not. Like I said, I'm going back through all this at any rate, like I always do. And but yeah, beautiful stuff. Looks great in the sun out here. I'm going to try to get all that little black sand specks out of there so it doesn't look unsightly on our white paper when we weigh it up. So we'll be back. Damn, construction. All right, a couple more times through the snuffer, and we're all cleaned up. I forgot we didn't show the whole pan there when we did our dump. So yeah, we got to get the big boy in there, and then there is our super fine cleaned gold. So again, just wanted to show the whole thing there without the little nugget was sitting over there off to himself. Or the big nugget, I should say, was sitting off there to himself. So, all right, let's take it in and dry it up and see what we got on this. Okay, we are in the house with a nice pan full of dried gold. Look at that fine. That is some fine gold up there. And then our other pieces from our kitchen strainer size and our big boy. And yeah, really pretty stuff. Like I said, it's pretty fine too. So let's Let's see how we did on this. We'll turn our scale on. We are dead on. Well, we were. All right, we are dead on our 20. Yeah, that is some pretty fine stuff in there holding to the pan. Set that out. Let's start by weighing that big chunk and just see what that beauty. I mean, that is, like I said, that is a pretty. Look how golden the color is on that. Like I said, it looks like it has that kind of a crown look to me on that when you flip it that one way for sure. But very beautiful piece of gold there, man. That's definitely one of my prettiest pieces for sure there. Thank you so much, Jeff. I love that. Let's 0.572 for just that over a half a gram nugget there, man. That's almost 0.6 of a gram pushing it. All right, well, let's see what we got on the rest of our stuff here. Wow, look at there, man. That's that is a nice bag of dirt and gold. It looks like we have 1.190. Make sure we're not going to be juking around. It looks like it's holding there pretty good. So, all right, Jeff, I got 1.190 on this, and let me know, brother, if I've, like I said, I haven't gone back through my tailings yet. So we're going to have to, so yeah, 1.190. Beautiful. And so that's a nice amount of gold there, my friend. Thank you so much. And you've thrown the gauntlet down on the Paydirt, so I'm gonna be like I said, I'd send him for Christmas just kind of a vial of some of the gator eyes with the little flakes in it there to give him an idea of what I was sending out there for his collection. And he sent me back, like he said, this beautiful gold and some really tough pay dirt to get it out of. And so I will be fixing you up a real gator gold vial, and we'll see how you handle it. But that was like I said, that is some very fine, super fine gold in there. And you can tell the way that stuff moves, how small it is. And I didn't see any of that little black bits of sand in my pan until I get it here under the light. So I mean, I don't think it's much weight. It's just showing up as little black specks. But then we've got our beautiful 0.57 of a gram nugget there with the holes that go all the way through it. It's got gold falling out of it because that gold traps in the holes. But yeah, look at that. That is unique. You gotta love that. So all right, now Yeah, one more little spin through it there. And then our nice chunky pieces there that were in our middle classification. Very shiny, very pretty gold. So again, I'm just so happy with this, and that was so much fun to get to do it out over a couple of days. And like I said, just took my time and really had fun with this one. And still gonna have to go back through my tailings and check, because I'm pretty sure there is some a flake or two that made it through of this really fine stuff. And then, like I said, then I go back through and look at what I have left on there, if it's black sand or gold, and you can see most of that is pretty much gold. So we're gonna put it all back in right now. And so very cool. Let's set that to the side and zoom back out of here. So we have our gold, and then again, of course, we have our beautiful bag of agates and polished stones. And right there, our very cool turquoise, just to revisit that stuff again. All of our rocks that came out of our Paydirt as well. And we've got our Galena, which is our lead. And like I was saying yesterday, I mean, I wasn't just saying that. When you this stuff is 85% of this is lead. So you can see it sparkling on my fingers there. Whenever you this stuff is pretty safe to handle, as long as you're not inhaling any of the, like you can see there's a lot of pieces of dust and small stuff in this bag. So yeah, I mean, it is a toxic metal. You can get lead poisoning from this stuff. So you don't want to be breathing it or handling it excessively. And also you don't want to clean it, from what I understand. All you'll do trying to clean it with chemicals or anything other than, I guess, probably water, is dull it down, give it a make it like that side there is where it's this side here doesn't have the shine like this part does here. So but again, really cool, very cool specimens. And then of course our geode that has that kind of, instead of the jagged like I said, it doesn't have the jagged crystallization in it. It's got very smooth, frosty looking, like where water was still pulling up, or you know, the crystals weren't growing out of that. They were more rounded off, like I said, like a smooth kind of frosty look. So a very cool piece. And then our other piece here that was the sample that had some of the ore still in it. And then, like I said, these rocks are just gorgeous. The beautiful patterns, and these agates, the blues, just really, really cool stuff. And then our stickers, and of course our last little vial here of the variety that has the turquoise and the garnets, and then you can see the amethyst polished, and then there's the opal, the polished opals. So really, like I said, just another really cool vial of neat pieces, and really fun to just look at and get out and check it out. So that being said, this is going to wrap up our, and then let's get our shot there in the middle of the star of the show. So very exceptionally cool mail call, and from a viewer especially, makes it even cooler. And I need to do a shout out to Jericho and Hercules, because it's not a mail call, but it's a Gmail call that he sent me some stuff he made up for my channel, some graphics, and I have not been able to figure out how to get them out of the Gmail. I've loaded them to my photos, I've loaded them to my whatever it's called, your that other thing in Google, your base of that stuff. Damn it, I can't remember what to call it. Anyway, but I've loaded them up and saved them, but then I try to call them up in different, either in gallery or in any of my other files, and I can't find them. So I'm going to still work on that. But yeah, Jericho and Hercules, thank you so much for that. That's really cool, and I'm going to figure out how to do something with that. So all right. Well, again, that's being said, let's go ahead and dump these out for a nice. You might have a nice Angel, get down from there for a nice thumbnail. Let's see if we get a cool thumbnail for this one. And that looks pretty good. So, all right. Well, like I say, thank you all so much for watching this, and thank you so much to Carolina Gold Girl for her gold that she sent me in her dirt. That was very cool to do. And again, thank you so much to Jamminjeff for this, and it was a blast. So we'll see what comes up on the next video. We are quickly approaching 222 subscribers. So the next video may be the one where I'm still figuring out if we're going to do the guess the weight or another comment picker, or we'll decide. But it's going to need to come up pretty quick because I want to have it going before we hit the subscriber mark for 222, instead of doing it, after the fact kind of thing. So, all right. Well, again, just very, very cool stuff. And thank you. Oh, and here, yeah, I guess we got one more. Pull out our Carolina Gold Girl vial and set it next to that. So there, now we got everybody represented. And that was some beautiful gold, chunky gold that was in her red clay dirt. So I'm just, like I said, I'm just so grateful and appreciative of this, and humbled that y'all would send me stuff to do on the channel like this. And I'm just, it just amazes me. So thank you again, and everyone have a great evening, day, or morning, whatever your case may be. And until the next one, peace out, my friends.